'cause mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. I try to speak loud in the world, but I'm a man with the greatest spirit. Got to knock on me, but I love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. Advertise the love more praise so you can play the band with me. But run on, not to that. Tips in love, that little thing in my life, you can't call so mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. Said, baby, here I am, a man all the same. Give you what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good little love and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby throwing it on, know you'll be around for more. Boys run on, not to that. Touch that love, pretty little thing in my life, you can't recall. So mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle man. Get it. Can't call so mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, hard to handle that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, hard down. Now, no. Oh, yeah.
Some things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads me towards regret. Sometimes I wish that we had never met. I'm faking every step, stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
Disconnected, out of mind, I'm unaffected by the times. Misdirect me on a dime, break me with something slight.
Born in a compromise, raised on white lies.
They say the road to hell is paved with gold.
At 25 I feel content with caution, dodging my halo, dodging my halo, dodging my halo.
You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. Uncomfortably numb.
We're undone and uncomfortably numb. The seasons change, we stay the same, so we're blue in the face. I need the pain to soothe my brain. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark, speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. Uncomfortably numb. We stay the same. The seasons change, we stay the same. We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
I know she said it's alright, but you gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try. Well, it might not work because of other ties, and I know she usually has some other ties, and I wouldn't wanna break 'em, I wouldn't wanna break 'em. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy, it seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. Harder that you try, baby, the further you'll fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me by. Everything you know about me now, baby, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna call it by a brand new name. Ooh. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please, please don't drag me down. Just like a tree down by the water, baby, I shall not move. Even after all the silly things you do. Ooh, please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please, please don't drag me down.
All I know is something like a bird within her saying. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you. Snow and rain. When you hear that same sweet song again, well, you know why. Anyone who sings a tune so sweet is passing by. Laugh in the sunshine, sing, cry in the dark, fly through the night. Don't cry now. Don't you cry. Don't you Tell me all that you know, I'll show you snow and rain.
It's time for Lincoln Potters Baseball.
You got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, but don't you know, pump
Today's
it up.
broadcast is
You've
brought
got
to you by
pump it
Stones
up,
Radio
but don't you
Network.
know, pump
Now
it
let's
up.
potter up
You've
to the
got
booth.
pump it up, but don't you know.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California for Game 2 of the 2024 Lincoln Potters summer season. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with Chris Toy. I'm here with Riley the Engineer, Willie Preston to my right, some interns over to my left, and we are all excited about the Potters taking on the Novato Knicks for the second of a three-game series. Potters won it last night 6-2, and first of all, before we go any further, that animal that you hear on the open is actually a peacock. And Chris Toy, our music director, thought it would be very clever to include that in our intro, and it scared me last night, and it scared me today. I knew it was coming, and it still scares me, but that is a peacock, and as far as I know, no peacocks were harmed in the making of our intro. So we are ready to go. Big excitement tonight. Caden Hunter, the left-hander out of Granite Bay High School and Sierra College, and headed up to the University of Southern California next year, is on the mound. He was 5-4 last year for the Wolverines, 108 strikeouts and just 27 walks and 80 2/3 innings, ERA of 2.23. And if you know anything about the Big 8 Conference, Community College Baseball, the Big 8 Conference is very tough now. 2.23 ERA is a very, very impressive number indeed. So Hunter will be taking on the Novato Knicks lineup. Let's see if we can put that lineup up on the board. We have that capability. We do, in fact, have that capability. Benny Nazario, who had a hit last night, batting in the second spot. Benny Lencioni came on late, 1-for-1. Cody Guy behind the plate. Eli Hancock in center field. Not that Jake Paul in left field. Adrian Ruiz rounds it out. Batting ninth, playing second base. The pitcher tonight for the Novato Knicks is Satchel Green, which is already one of our favorite names, and it's only game number 2, and we already have our favorite name of a ball player here. Satchel Green on the mound, and Cody Guy behind the plate for the Knicks. We're just getting ready to go. Nicholas O'Rourke steps up to the plate. The right fielder comes out of Diablo Valley College. At 6:09, we are going to have our first pitch tonight. Partially sponsored and out here at the Me One Foundation. Out here they do great work with cancer and cancer families. They're out here raising money tonight, doing the 50-50 and all that. So very honored to have them amongst us tonight as we watch the first pitch by Hunter right down the middle. And we are underway at 6:10 on a Saturday evening. A very pleasant Saturday evening. A very nice crowd out here to check out Game 2. Hunter working very quickly. Swung on and missed by O'Rourke. He's followed by Benny Nazario and Max Shabastari. O'Rourke did not play last night in the 6-2 Potters win. 0-2 coming from Hunter. High fastball, and he does have a little bit of zip on that high fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Great crowd out here again today. Still, milling around, kind of getting settled. The Kiln, the VIP section, is bulging as it was last night. People out here enjoying. Here's the 2-2, swung on and missed, so Hunter gets the strikeout to start it off, looking very impressive in doing so. O'Rourke goes back to the bench, and here's Benny Nazario. Benny playing at third base, as we said, 2 for 4 in last night's game. Had a single in the first inning, a single in the 8th inning, also had a stolen base. Benny out of College of Marin, not committed as far as further than that as far as his playing career. He takes that one outside. 1 ball, no strikes from Caden Hunter. Left-hander out of Granite Bay High School. Throws that one right down the middle. 1-1. Great night for baseball out here. We've got a day game tomorrow, the completion of this 3-game series. It'll start at 1:05. Set out towards second base. Brett Griffiths has it over to first for the out. 2 down, and maybe it's time for me to do my job and say, let's look at the defensive alignment for your Lincoln Potters. And we'll do so with, well, that's the defensive lineup for the other team. I would rather do the Potters right now because that's just the way I work. Ricky Maya in left, Malbro in center, White Balky over in right field, Jake Tandy, Logan Pruski, Brett Griffiths, Hudson Brown at first base, Colby Emerald behind the plate, and Caden Hunter on the mound. And here is Max Shabastari, who was 1 for 2 with a run batted in last night. He fouls that one at the plate, 0-1 on Max, Sonoma State University. I think they're still the Cossacks. They used to be the Cossacks. I believe they still are, which I don't know. I don't know if that's, if you get canceled for being Cossacks anymore. I don't know. Popped out of play. Now the Cossacks, those are not the Cossacks. That would be something totally different. 0-2 quickly as Hunter works quickly. Gets a sign behind the plate, Colby Amaral. Swung on, fouled into his glove for the strikeout. So a very impressive inning from the left-hander, Caden Hunter. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Knicks nothing, Potters coming to bat.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helped us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Welcome back out to McBean Stadium. Saturday night baseball here from Lincoln, California. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. Riley the engineer running the show. Chris Toy milling about. Willie Preston doing his PA stuff as always. Stones McCoy, he's the boss. He doesn't have to be here all the time, but we'll see him soon. I'm pretty sure of that. Potters shutting down the Knicks in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, let's look at that Potters lineup and see what we got going. Logan Pruski is going to lead us off again today. Jake Tandy had an RBI yesterday. Andrew Sloan, a home run in the game against the alumni the other night. Brett Griffiths out of American River College, along with teammate Wyatt Balky. And Colby Emerald is behind the plate. He is batting ninth. Of course, Caden Hunter on the mound for the Potters, who had just 5 hits in their win yesterday. They won that one 6-2, coming up with 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning to key the win. Great pitching from Jackson Halverson and from here comes the Logan Pruski. Right-handed hitting Logan Pruski, 1 for 5 yesterday. First pitch is swung on and missed, a high fastball. Micah Marquez, the other hurler, went for the Potters last night. 4 innings for Micah, 5 for Halverson. They combined to throw a 6-hitter and win that one 6-2. Bruschi takes outside. Satchel Green out of the College of Marin, headed for Jackson State University, made 7 appearances for Marin last year. No wins and no losses, a very respectable earned run average right around 1, and that one's fouled out of play by Bruschi. Logan out of Folsom Lake College. One ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball's chopped foul down the third base line, and we'll do it again with Logan Bruschi. Followed by Quincy Malbrough and then Jake Tandy. Crowd just settling in out here. Getting that first libation is always important. Gets the outside corner with that one, and Bruschi is down on strikes. So 1 down, and Quincy Malbrough will be the hitter. Also from Folsom Lake College, had a tremendous year this past year, .359 for the batting average. Quincy 0 for 4 in yesterday's game, had a base on balls. Stolen base as well. Center fielder comes up here with a 1 out in the bottom of the first. So far, 4 batters at the plate in this game. 3 of them have struck out. Green's fastball is down low for a ball, 1-0. Green about 6 feet tall, we'll say. Maybe a little shorter than that. Right-hander works from the stretch. That one looked good down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Fireworks night tonight, so the crowd is getting settled in. They'll be here for quite a while. We had some fireworks during the national anthem, just kind of a teaser. There's a grounder to the right of shortstop. Chavastari has it, makes a long throw across. Nice throw, but it gets past the first baseman and bounces off the front of the Potters dugout. It's going to be an infield single for Quincy Malbrough. Tough play by Chavastari, but he showed a strong arm, just couldn't connect with the first baseman, Jaden Pickowitz. Means it's a good time to look at the defensive alignment for the Novato Knicks. Got Jake Paul in left, Hancock's in center, Nicholas O'Rourke over in right, Nazario at third, Chavastari at short, Adrian Ruiz at second base, Pickowitz at first. It's Cody Guy behind the plate, and Satchel Green on the mound. First pitch is in there to Jake Tandy, the third baseman out of the University of the Pacific. Hit .258 for the Tigers last year, was 1 for 4 with a run batted in last night in the win. Jake, a right-handed hitter. Look out, that one's behind his head for a ball. There goes the runner. The throw's going to be a little bit too late, and sliding in underneath the tag is Quincy Malbrough. Nice throw by Guy on one hop to second. Got it there a little quicker, but Quincy just a little too fast, and he is in there. Adrian Ruiz kind of shadowing the runner at second base, trying to keep him close. 2-1 count. There's a chopper back to the pitcher, right to Green. Nice play by Satchel Green. Kind of surprised him as the ball just went right to his glove. Malbrough was going on the pitch, so he will be at third. Tandy hit it pretty hard. Didn't deserve that fate, but a nice play on the mound by Satchel Green. 2 outs, and Hudson Brown, the first baseman, comes into play. 1 for 2 for Hudson yesterday with a run. Hudson from the University of Kentucky, red shirt there. Takes a swing and fouls into the catcher's glove on an off-speed pitch. 0-1 from Satchel Green. Malbrough over at third base. 2 outs here in the first. Outfield is pulled around a little bit to right field as that one misses outside. Evens it up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fireworks night tonight. Fireworks night, the next one will be on June the 8th. outside. Then June the 22nd, 4th of July, of course. Then we come back on the 6th of July, do some more fireworks, and then the final one will be on July the 27th, which is also Star Wars night. So got a couple of chances to check out fireworks night here at McBean. It's always a lot of fun, always a great crowd, always having a great time. Brown ahead in the count here with the runner at third base. That's inside, it's ball 4. So Brown didn't really get anything to offer at. He gets the base on balls, and that will bring up Andrew Sloan, who is the designated hitter. Tonight was the catcher last night. He was 0 for 3 last night, was Andrew. He's out of UOP. As we said on the at FanFest, he hit a home run off the light pole in left field off the great Anthony Perez. Andrew appeared in 31 games for the Tigers. He takes that one outside. So runners at first and third. One infield single and a walk here in the bottom of the first for the Potters. Caden Hunter, for his part, went shut down the Knicks 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts in the top of the inning. Green delivers, and it's a ball, 2-0. Brett Griffiths on deck, the second baseman, batting in the number 6 spot for Tyler Robertson, the manager of the Potters, who is the only undefeated manager of the Potters, as far as I know, in their August history at 1-0. Over to first base. It was a slow enough throw that the runner, Brown, was almost back up after diving in. He almost got back to his feet before the ball even got there. So it was not a really strong throw to first base. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Sloan looks down at third base. Didn't seem to get a lot of guidance from down there. Kind of like one of those you're on your own situation. 3-0 pitch wasn't even close. It'll take ball 4. So that loads the bases for Brett Griffiths, the American River College product out of Jesuit High School. Playing second base for the Potters, coming off a tremendous season. Tremendous Big 8 conference season. Hit over 400, was a unanimous first-team all-conference selection. And he was 0 for 2 with a couple of base on balls last night. He's got Satchel Green, who's walked 2 in a row now. See if he tries to get one over. He does, and it is down low for a ball. Had to strike out of Pruski, then an infield single for Quincy Marlboro. Tandy grounded back to the pitcher, then a pair of base on balls. Griffiths chops that one to the left into the hole. It's going to be a nice play by Shavastari. He's going to have no play, though. And it is the first run in for the Potters. And Brett Griffiths has his first hit as a Potter and his first run batted in as well as Marlboro scores the first run of the ball game. Big chopper by Brett. Hit it in the right spot. It was Nazario tried to come over and cut it off. Couldn't get there. Shavastari has already shown a lot of range at shortstop. It made the play, but kind of slipped it as he was trying to set up. He wasn't even going to let the ball go anyway. And that brings up wide Balky. Raking ball's popped up. Coming in the right fielder, that is O'Rourke, and O'Rourke will make the catch in short right center field. 1 run on 2 hits. We left a bunch. We go to the top of the second. Potters with the 1-0 lead.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
$100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round.
Top of the second inning from McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. Potters with the 1-0 lead on the Brett Griffith RBI single. Caden Hunter back on the mound. He dispatched the Knicks pretty easily in the top of the first. A couple strikeouts and a ground out to second base. Took about, I'm going to say, 11 pitches or so, maybe. So a very efficient inning for the left-hander out of Granite Bay High School and Sierra College. Headed off to USC to become a Trojan in the fall. He'll face Vinny Lencioni, then Jaden Pickowitz and Cody Guy, the first three hitters for the Knicks. Lencioni came in yesterday as a pinch hitter, the catcher out of Napa Valley College. Delivered a pinch hit single yesterday, so he was 1 for 1. He is, according to my notes here, headed for Sonoma State University. Takes the first pitch, a pretty good-looking fastball, misses outside, so it is 1-0 on Vinny. Pickowitz and Guy to follow. Hits that one high up in the air to center field. Marlboro in his tracks in medium deep center makes the catch for the out. So Lencioni makes contact but flies out to Quincy Marlboro in center field for the first out. Jaden Pickowitz will be the hitter, and Jaden has the unfortunate distinction of being our Dueling Dogs batter of the game, which means if he strikes out, half off Dueling Dogs products for the rest of the inning. So the left-hander, who was 0 for 2 yesterday, up here against the tough left-hander Hunter, and he takes a breaking ball, slider in there for a strike. Pickowitz from Sonoma State University. 0-1 on Jaden. Takes the fastball and is in there for call, strike 2. So it's quickly, and I don't think these fans, and it's only game 2, they're not really hip to what's going on. It's early in the game, the Dueling Dogs batter already. If he strikes out, it's a big deal. He fouls that one off, staves it off for one more pitch. Got our great sports bar-like area down the first base line. We've got another canned beer bar down the third base line, so a lot of places to pick up the items. That one is just a little bit out. No, he calls it strike 3. He calls it late. I was running because Colby Emerald threw the ball to third base. I'm like, I don't know if you can do that. Then the umpire showed strike 3, and we've got ourselves our first Dueling Dogs cash-in of the season. Pickowitz is out on strikes, third strikeout for Caden Hunter. And if you're driving around out there and you can get here before the end of this inning, you might want to come in here and get half off Dueling Dogs. Just a thought. Hunter's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Cody Guy. Cody out of Willamette University, got in a couple of games for them last year, and he is making his first appearance. He fouls that one back to the screen. So quickly, Hunter works quickly and he works efficiently. A couple pitches to Lencioni, and then as many as was needed to Pickowitz. And he's trying to dispatch of Cody Guy here. He's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hand hitting catcher. Fastball just misses. I have to wait because this umpire fooled me last time. Just misses the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cody Guy. If he were to reach, Eli Hancock, the center fielder, on deck. Fastball, and that's ball 2. And one of those that the entire infield left the field, or tried to leave the field, started to leave the field. Riley, the engineer, gave me the shoulder to shrug emoji, so, you know, he thought it was a strike. Of course, I don't know that he's ever played baseball, so I can't really. That's popped up out of play. Now, is that unfair, Riley? Have you played baseball? Okay, I stand corrected on that, all right? Okay. I mean, I think you were right in this situation. I think you were right to be disgusted. But, I mean, it's early in the game. We can't get too disgusted in the second inning. That swung on and missed, got the strikeout. So another great inning for Caden Hunter. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the second. Potters lead this one 1-0.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Exciting times out here at McBean Stadium as you've joined us right in the middle of the big Mascot race. And Piper the Peacock has a huge lead, but is doing the worm instead of running. He's got several diminutive opponents, and they're all passing him. One slid. That had to hurt, buddy. And there's all dressed in pink, and she's going to win too. So Piper, I'm going to say maybe when he goes back to the bench, the manager's going to have a word with him and say, look, buddy, I don't know if you're doing that thing where you're celebrating too early, but doing the worm when you're maybe 30 feet away from winning, not the best idea. And also not the best idea, but I guess it's okay if you're a kid. It's a slide when you're wearing shorts across home plate. Sometimes that doesn't go well. But in this case, everybody seemed to have a good time. Satchel Green had to wait, so he is taking his warm-up tosses right now, the right-hander, throwing it to his catcher, Cody Guy. So they had to wait for the very entertaining race, actually, as Piper snuck on the field. I didn't even see him. And he snuck out. He was starting at second base, rounded third, had a huge lead, stopped, did the worm, and then everything kind of fell apart from there. So it's a lesson to you. Bottom of the second coming up, it'll be Ricky Maya, then it's Colby Amaral, and then the top of the order, Logan Pruski against Satchel Green, who had a strikeout in the top of in the bottom of the first, allowed 2 hits. Both of the infield variety did have 2 base on balls, which hurt him, and got out of there with just 1 run allowed. Retiring Balky with the bases loaded on a fly ball to short right center field. So here's Ricky Maya out at Folsom Lake College, making his debut for the Potters. And he check swing on an off-speed pitch. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Ricky out in left field for the Potters today. His mom Sarah threw out the first pitch on behalf of the Me One Foundation. Swings and misses on that one, 1-1. Members of the foundation all over McBean Stadium tonight getting donations for a tremendously worthy cause. 1-1. Misses that one outside. 2-1. Green, the right-hander, working out of the stretch to Maya with Colby Amaral on deck. Ricky hitting in the 8th spot. Swings and misses and loses the bat. And he'll have to go get that. Going to check the gloves, see if they're a little bit slippery there. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Maya, opening up here in the bottom of the second inning on a very nice night here out at McBean Stadium. Game number 2. Remember, it's a 40-game home season for the Potters. You want to go to LincolnPotters.com and check out the ticket information and the ticket availability. Maya swings and misses on one in the dirt. Cody Guy's going to gun it down to first base, and that is the second strikeout for Satchel Green, and the first out here in the bottom of the second. And Colby Amaral, the catcher, will come up to the plate. He's out of Waldorf University, which is back in Iowa, I believe, and he was 0 for 2 last night. And here's Colby Amaral. A couple of special nights, and I know you don't want to know the theme nights. Again, go to LincolnPotters.com for the real information, but I will give you the information as I know it. Swing and a miss by Amaral. Actually fouled it at the plate, 0-1. On May 31st, it's Pokemon/90s night, okay? So I don't know all that involves. I don't think we'll have any. I know Pikachu's not showing up here. I think Pikachu only does the big games. But I do believe that means if you're in your 90s, you get in free. So, and if it doesn't, I'll pay for you. I mean, there you go. Just a little bit high. I don't know what the Pokemon. I don't know if they're going to have Pokemon here. Squirtle might be here. I don't know. Snorlax, always been my favorite. Charizard's a popular one. Ash Ketchum may be here himself. I don't know. Or Nurse Jenny. I don't know who's going to be here. But I do know that if you're in your 90s, I think that's what that means, 90s night. If you're in your 90s, you get in free, right? Isn't that what it means? Okay. Well, they got to be clear on these things. I mean, sometimes you misunderstand. Popped up, out of play. Although I'm now, after talking about it, very excited for Pokemon night because I want to see who's out here. It'll be a tremendous night. On June 15th, Disney night. We'll have princesses all over the place. It'll be a tremendous evening. You want to get out here for that one. 6/21. What a day. June 21st, Piper's birthday. That is inside and low, 2-2. And that means all the other mascots in the area always come out to celebrate Piper's birthday. So it's always a heck of a lot of fun. Slamson's out here hanging out. We've got the Rhino from 12 Bridges High School. William Jessup usually sends a Jessup, whatever that is. We have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of fun on Piper's birthday. The next night after Piper's birthday, you got to recover and come back for superhero night. And superheroes, it's not like, oh, superheroes is my grandma or something. That's great, but that's not the kind of superheroes we're meaning. Outside, ball 4, Emerald gets the base on balls. Third one issued by Satchel Green. It'll bring up Logan Pruski. It's like a Spider-Man thing. It's like a Batman thing. It's those guys, those kind of superheroes. Then on July 19th, this is always a sore spot for me, July 19th, Harry Potter night. I've been doing this a long time. Harry Potter has never showed up. I mean, we might get Hagrid. Sometimes Weasley's out here. We have never got the real Harry Potter out here. Maybe this year's different. Pruski takes down low for a ball. Logan struck out opening in the bottom of the first inning, was 1 for 5 yesterday and drove in a run. Quincy Marlborough is on deck. So that is on July 19th. Then on July 27th, it's a special night. It's Star Wars night. Star Wars themed jerseys. It's a fantastic evening. So any of those dates would be a great time. If you're targeting a time to come on out to the Potters, you might want to come out to one of those theme nights. Again, if you're in your 90s, I would take Pokemon night because you get in free. At least that's what I've heard. Throw over to first base, and Emerald is back in. Colby down there with 1 out here, bottom of the second. Satchel Green, the right-hander, out of College of Marin on the mound for the Knicks. Swinging a foul inside, handled by Cody Guy. 2 balls and 1 strike. Good job by the Knicks last night, actually. Their pitching held the Potters to just 5 hits. Potters had that 4-run inning in the second. Otherwise, there goes Amaral. Pitch is swung on and fouled. Otherwise, a great job, especially by, I want to get the names right, Dave Skaggs and by Jackson Sadler, who were the 2 pitchers that came on in relief of the starter, Killingsworth. They were very impressive and shut the Potters down. I think just a run and 2 hits over the last 5 or 6 innings of the ball game. So good arms on the Knicks, as they're just getting their season started, just getting their team ready to go. That's outside, and Guy blocks it. That's a full count to Logan Pruski, the Folsom Lake College product. Hit over 300 for the Falcons this year. That's in the dirt, ball 4, so another base on balls from Green. Pruski to first, moving down to second as Amaral, and it gives Quincy Marlborough a chance to come up. Quincy had the infield single in the first inning, stole second, and then scored later on an infield single by Brett Griffith. So Quincy 1 for 1 in this one. Got his first hit of the season back in the first inning. Right-hand hitting center fielder out of Folsom Lake College. Pitch is fouled off to our right. Looking for the parking lot Potters. Haven't seen the parking lot Potters. Did see Clifton Taylor, the not major owner, but one of the owners, one of the original owners of the Potters. He's out here. We saw him last night, saw him today. Comes up and telling us stories about his horses, horse racing and stuff. And talk about winning like money, like you win like $100, which to me is a lot of money. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not to you, but that's a line drive right at shortstop. He's going to double Amaral off second base. That is Shabasteri made the catch, goes over and tags second for the double play. So the Potters come up with nothing in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Potters lead this one 1-0. Coming back to the top of the third, Potters leading this one 1-0. Caden Hunter on the mound. He has been very effective. 6 up and 6 down with 4 strikeouts for Caden Hunter as we sit here and watch the axe throwing competition down the first baseline. And I told the people, the interns, I said, look, don't stand behind the board there because the axes go flying fast and furious and you might get beamed. And I don't think they are listening to me, which is true, and young people never do. And they're going to pay the price, but I think everybody got out of there unscathed today. But it's always not as entertaining when the contestants are under 21 and relatively sober. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, I've seen this a couple of times now. Eli Hancock will start us off in the top of the third. He'll be followed by Jake Paul and Adrian Ruiz. Hancock 1 for 2 in yesterday's contest. The left-handed hitter takes outside. 'Caden out of Granite Bay High and Sierra College, headed to USC, and you can certainly see why. That's outside. He's 5-4, as I mentioned last year. I can't really understand how he lost 4 games with the stuff that we've seen. He's between 91 and 93 miles an hour, as my technical advisor, Chris Toit, informs me. Breaking ball on the inside corner. That's kind of nasty to throw that after you're throwing 91 or 93. But it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Jake Paul to follow. That's fouled out of play. Two coming from Hunter from the windup. Fouled out of play again as Eli Hancock hanging tough in there against the left-handed Caden Hunter. About 6'2" Caden Hunter against Eli Hancock. Starting off here, the top of the third inning from McBean Stadium. Great crowd out here again. That's high and inside. That'll go to 3-2. Great crowd on the first base side, third base side, right in front of us behind home plate, and of course, as we said, down in the VIP kiln area, and also on the grassy knoll in the left field. We cleaned it up out there. 3-2 pitch. That's got to be call strike 3. Yeah, it is call strike 3. Hancock thought he got himself a ball 4, but that one's clearly not the way it worked. So he is out on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout for Eli Hancock, and now Jake Paul will be the hitter. And just so you know, the aforementioned Clifton Taylor, the owner, was up here telling me I had to talk about Jake Paul not being that Jake Paul, and I probably should do it because he's a very powerful fellow. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Something about Jake Paul working out for his fight with Tyson because the only way he'll beat him is holding a bat. I think that's what it was. I hope I did it justice. And actually, it's not bad. Down the middle for a strike, 0-2. So now that we got that out of the way, we can go on with the rest of the game. But still, that's good work. 0-2. Left-hand hitting left fielder. Jake, also from Sonoma State University, fouls that one back to the screen, so he stays alive at 0-2. Adrian Ruiz, the second baseman, hitting the 9 spot. He is on deck. Tomorrow's game, 1:05 between these same 2 teams. Paul swings and misses at the breaking ball. And that is 2 outs here in the third. 6 strikeouts for Caden Hunter. And here's Adrian Ruiz, the second baseman, out of Hollister High School, headed for Sonoma State University. Adrian didn't play in the game yesterday. Jake Paul actually did get in. He was 0 for 1 in yesterday's game. Misses with the fastball, does Hunter. 1-0. Swung on and fouled into the catcher's glove. Evens it up at 1-1. Have an abbreviated postgame today because of the fireworks, but that postgame sponsored by the Friends of McBean, so we invite you to stick around. We'll recap the game very quickly, and if the Potters emerge victorious, we'll have a player of the game, courtesy of Old Town Pizza. couple of the really good sponsors here for the Lincoln Potters, Old Town Pizza and the Friends of McBean. 1-2 pitch. Hit sharply out towards shortstop. Pruski stays down. He's got it across the diamond and gets him by a step at first base. Another good inning for Caden Hunter. 9 up and 9 down. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters on top, 1-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. Lincoln and Novato squaring off. Second game of the season for the Potters. They are on top 1-0. Got Jake Tandy, Hudson Brown, and Andrew Sloan, the hitters in this inning. Just kind of looking at them now. I gave all the promotional nights, and I'm looking up some of the giveaway nights now. Rally towels were last night. They were tremendous. Love those. Coming up on Friday, June 21st, the Piper Wobble, which I guess is a bobble. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm going to get one. You got to have that. It's courtesy of D.R. Horton. First pitch is outside. Then on July 5th, courtesy of Astro Air Design, pop-up sun hats. The imagination runs wild. I don't know exactly what a pop-up sun hat is. I can guess as it goes to 2-0. Let's see. Okay, a barbecue apron on Thursday, July 11th, courtesy of Placer County Association of Realtors. Holiday ornament for Christmas in July on Saturday, July 20th. Now, that is a great idea. That one is also low, so it's 3-0. Love that. And classic rope hats for Fan Appreciation Night on Friday, July 26th. Those will be great, too. But I'm very curious about the pop-up sun hats on Friday, July the 5th. That's base on balls for Jake Tandy. That's 5 given up by Satchel Green. Tandy goes down to first base. Jake grounded sharply back to the mound his first time up. Brings up Hudson Brown. There are some special nights as well. There's the recurring promotions. We got to get into those because those are tremendous. Those are the backbone of the Potters, really. Here's Hudson Brown, the left-hand hitting first baseman. Swings and hits it well down the right field line, but pulls it foul on top of the awning over the VIP kiln section down there. So Hudson is behind the count 0-1. He got the base on balls back in the first inning. He was 1 for 2 yesterday, scored a run. Left-hander from University of Kentucky. Swings and hits it sharply to the right of second. Just short for 1 over to first, and they're going to get the double play. Nicely turned, 4-6-3. That's Ruiz, Chavasteri, and Pikowitz. And they turned that one, especially Ruiz, with a nice turnout at second base on a big chopper. And just like that, 2 out. Manager Tyler Robertson takes that one high and inside and is ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Fat Cat doing another great business. There's a lot of hot dogs coming up the stands, coming up the stairs towards us. Riley the engineer. There's a burger as well. Popped up.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the fourth inning from McBean Stadium. I still say it's the top of the fourth inning from McBean Stadium. Caden Hunter back on the mound. He has been pretty good so far. 9 up and 9 down, including 6 strikeouts, which means he's got the top of the order again. Nicholas O'Rourke, Benny Nazario, and Max Shavastari for the Novato Knicks. O'Rourke struck out to open the game, playing out in right field. Comes out of Diablo Valley College, where he hit 242 last year for the Eagles. I think they're the Eagles. To look that up. Swings and pops that one right side, giving chase over there is Hudson Brown. It looks like it'll get out of play, and it does on top of the awning again over the kiln. So it is 0-1. Just want to mention those 6 recurring promotions for the Potters this year, and this is one of my favorite. Loomis Basin, 2 for Tuesdays, half off Loomis Basin beers. That's always very popular, and we're going to come back. We've got a game tomorrow, Sunday, then Monday is an off day, back on Tuesday for another ball game. So there'll be a 2 for Tuesday right there. There's a strike. Stella Rosa Wine Wednesdays with $5 sangria. Founders Thirsty Thursdays with $5 16-ounce beers. I do like a Thursday. That's sliced down the right field line, out of play. Orange Fridays, $1 off select beers. Dueling Dog Cider Saturdays with $7 16-ounce ciders. And Slice Sundays with $1 off sliced beers and Old Town Pizza slices. So, hey, what's your whistle any which way you can if you come between Tuesday and Sunday. That's pretty good. Popped out of play. Always every Sunday, Military Appreciation, where current and former military members and their families receive free general admission. So we got a lot of stuff going, promotions, giveaways, recurring things, everything happening this year. 40 times for the Potters. There's strike 3 call to O'Rourke, and he is down on strikes. 40 dates, of which today is only the second. Here's Benny Nazario, who grounded out to second base his first time. Benny out of the College of Marin. Hits that one up the middle. That's into center field for a clean base hit to the right of second baseman Brett Griffiths. It's a line drive, and Nazario has the first hit, the first base runner for the Knicks with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Max Shabastari, the shortstop. Infielder from Sonoma State University as well, struck out his first time. Was 1 for 2 at an RBI in last night's game, won by the Potters 6-2. So Nazario now 1 for 2. He's 3 for 6 in the series so far. Hunter comes to the plate, and it's a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes on Shabastari. He's followed by Vinny Lencioni, the designated hitter. Short lead for Nazario at first base. That one is inside, off-speed pitch. Nice job behind the plate by Colby Emerald to keep that one from going back to the screen. So 2-0. First signs of life for the offense for the Knicks. The single from Nazario. Swing on and chop foul down the third base line. 2-0 pitch. Shabastari really had an idea of going after that one. Took a vicious cut at it and chopped it foul down the third base line. Swung on and missed an off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coaches for the Knicks, Brett Kim and Ray Cooney. So wanted to give them a little shout out. They were nice enough to bring us our lineups early. 2-2 pitch inside, turned away from it, almost hit Shavastari. So he's worked the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. See if Nazario is taken off at first. He did have a stolen base in last night's game. Check swing. Did he go around? I thought he did. And the umpire, home plate umpire, did not ask for help. He just called him out. I thought it's the right call. Shavastari down on strikes on a high fastball. 8 strikeouts now for Caden Hunter. Nazario still out at first base, and Lencioni will be the hitter. Vinny hit the ball pretty well, flied out to center field to open up the top of the second inning, so he is 0 for 1 in this one after going 1 for 1 in his appearance last night, a pinch hit single. Hunter thought maybe we get a guy going, so he throws over to first base, scooped out by Hudson Brown. Jaden Pickowitz to follow. Not a big lead at first. That's it right back up to the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. Marlboro comes up, scoops it up, and he's going to hold the runner at second base. But just about the same place that Nazario's hit was. Lencioni hits it back up the middle. He is 1 for 2, and Jaden Pickowitz, who's our dueling dogs batter of the game, and also, more importantly, up here with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 4th. Struck out back in the second, got half off dueling dogs products for the rest of the inning for the patrons in that inning, and I think they've got the hang of it now, and they know exactly what they're rooting for. As we look out on the grassy knoll, it's throngs of people out there. Breaking ball, check swing in there for a strike. Very popular out there. You got that new sidewalk, new big fence out there as well. Still a nice cleaner look down the third baseline. 0-1 to Pickowitz. Another breaking ball, another strike. That one on the inside corner, so Hunter moves it around. 0-2 on Jaden Pickowitz. Cody Guy to follow if he keeps things going here in the 4th, which shows the first signs of light for the Knicks with a couple of singles back up the middle from Nazario and Lencioni. 0-2 coming up. Fastball right down the middle, call strike 3. So we're out of the inning. We got half off dueling dogs. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Potters on top 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning, Potters lead at 1-0. Caden Hunter has been sensational. He's gone 4 innings. He's given up 2 hits, no runs, and he has struck out 9 of the Knicks. He hasn't thrown a whole lot of pitches either. We will start monitoring. I think there is some activity going down to the Potters bullpen, so we will check that out as well. As you don't know how many pitches they want Caden to throw. Headed, as we said, to USC. Had a great year out at Sierra College this year, coming out of Granite Bay High School. It'll be Brett Griffiths, then Wyatt Balke and Ricky Maya for the Potters here in the 4th inning against Satchel Green, who actually has been pitching very well. He just has issued 5 walks and kind of factored back in the 1st inning when Griffiths knocked in the only run with an infield single with the bases loaded. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI up here to start off the 4th. Brett chose a bunt, bunts it down the third base line, but it is foul, which is not what he had in mind at all. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Griffiths playing at second base for the Potters. Lets that one go outside. 1-1. Looks like Anthony Martinez is warming up for the Potters down the pin. I think Anthony was down throwing last night as well. didn't get into the game. Griffiths hits it sharply, but right out at shortstop. Shavastari jumps up and hits him on the left hand and goes out into center field. And so Griffiths will reach base. Going to have to charge that an error on the shortstop. First error of the game for the Knicks. And Griffiths is at first base. Hit it, as we said, very sharply, right on the nose, right at the shortstop. Brings up Wyatt Balke, also from American River College. Wyatt flied to right, short right center his first time up. Was 2 for 4 and drove in a run last night for the Potters. He's up here with Griffiths, his community college teammate at first, and nobody out in the fourth. Green goes and he throws it at Balke, turned around to bunt it. I don't know if he's going to be called if he hurt his hand on the bunt or if he was hit. I think they're going to say he was bunting at the ball, but Wyatt taking his glove off, checking the fingers. Turned to face the pitcher, and the pitch came sailing in. Wyatt looked like he tried to bunt at it. Emma's coming out. Hubble comes out, the tremendous trainer for the Potters. She'll take a look at Wyatt, and I think Tyler Robertson's going to come out as well. Not a lot of players. I mean, from an efficiency standpoint, I don't think Tyler has a lot of position players on the bench that he can actually put in. I'm very concerned for Wyatt Balke, don't get me wrong. But he's also going, I don't have a lot of guys to put in. I hope Wyatt can make it. And it looks like Wyatt will. I don't know how he feels about trying to sacrifice anymore, but he is going to stay in the game and hopefully get a nice round of applause from a very, very large crowd out here to check this game out. And he is. And a smattering of applause. Here we go. It's building a little bit. Okay. There we go. It's a slow reacting crowd. They didn't realize that Wyatt was staying in, but he is. 0-1. Griffith still at first base, dancing off over there. Balke does not show bunt, lines it up the middle, and it's snagged out of the air by Green and throws to first for the double play. Sancho Green has made a couple of really nice plays. On the mound, catching one grounder from Tandy, and then that line drive from Balke, and turns it into the double play. Second double play in as many innings for the Knicks, and now we have 2 outs, and here's Ricky Maya, who struck out his first time. Left fielder out of Folsom Lake College. Takes a check swing and it misses. So the air from Shabastari is wiped out by the double play. And Maya is up here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Takes that one as well, 2-0. Colby Amaral, the catcher, the number 9 hitter on deck. Ricky takes outside again, so it's 3-0. Green again having his only weakness so far has been the base on balls. He certainly fielded his position well. 3-0 pitch misses down low, so Ricky will take a walk. Number 6 issued by Green. He has struck out 2 so far. Beneficiary of 2 double plays, and here is Colby Amaral, who walked his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Out of Waldorf University, Colby settles in. Logan Pruski, the leadoff hitter on deck. I want to find out, see if I can find out what a pop-up sun hat looks like. I don't think I'm going to find any out here today. Amaral takes the ball, gets away from the catcher, Cody Guy, and heading off for second and sliding in is Ricky Maya. Advancing on the pass ball, putting himself in scoring position for Colby. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield shaded a little bit over to the right in center field, and that's Eli Hancock. It's in the dirt. That one blocked by Cody Guy. Left field and right are straight away. Left field is Jake Paul, and he is deep in left field. And, you know, you feel bad for a left fielder coming in the first time playing in that because the Sun is on left field for most, especially a 6 o'clock start for the first half of the game at least. It's really tough. In the dirt, blocked by Guy. 3-0. So I think Jake Paul's like many left fielders who come in here and goes, I just hope they don't hit it to me. Because it could get nasty out here. Activity starting in the bullpen as well. There's in there for a strike. It's like number 38 out there is warming up. I think that's Tolliver that was warming up yesterday as well. I think that's Marcus Tolliver. But we got revised numbers today, so we'll double check that. 3-1 pitch. Emerald takes ball 4. So 2 on. Yeah, Marcus Tolliver out of San Rafael High School, the College of Marin, is warming up, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound. I think we might get a pitching change. That's a lot of pitches for Satchel Green. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be back with perhaps the identity of the new pitcher from the Knicks. Right now, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Potters on top, 1-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Conversation's over. I know we enjoyed the Gooseport beer. The voiceover on that is fantastic. Satchel Green is staying in the game. Persuaded the coach to let him get it out here. Logan Pruski, the hitter, he has struck out and walked. The Folsom Lake College product. 1 for 5 with a run batted in last night's game. He's up here with runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Potters lead at 1-0. Fastball just a little inside. 1 ball and no strikes with Quincy Marlboro on deck. 1-0 pitch. I thought it might have caught the outside corner. It did not, so it's 2-0 now on Logan. Green checks with Cody Guy with the 2-0 pitch coming up. That is ball 3. Just checking in front of us the winners of the best seat in the house contest. They get to move and sit on the couch right in front of us. We're 2 people. They said they just moved to Lincoln, just bought a house in Lincoln. So I have to check them out if I know them. But I don't. But welcome to the community, good people. That is ball 4. Loads the bases for Quincy. Marlboro has a single in the first inning and then lined into a double play back in the second. Hit a line drive right to Shabastari at shortstop. He doubled a runner off at second base. So Marlboro steps up here, right-handed hitter against Satchel Green. Maya at third, Emerald at second, and now Pruski over at first. That's hit high in the air, well to right field, giving chase as O'Rourke. He's backing up. He has room, reaches up and makes the catch for the out. So nice contact from Marlboro, but not far enough. No runs, 3 left. We go to the top of the 5th. Potters still leading 1-0.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of the 5th inning. Potters leading at 1-0. New pitcher Anthony Martinez, the right-hander, takes over for Caden Hunter, who was spectacular. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, no runs. He did not walk anybody, and he struck out 9. So that is a pretty impressive debut for the left-hander out of Sierra College, who's headed to USC. And now Anthony Martinez will come in and take over, and he will face Cody Guy, Eli Hancock, and Jake Paul, the first 3. So Martinez finishing up the warm-up tosses, gunned down to second base by Amaral, and we are ready to go here. So Anthony Martinez against Cody Guy. Checking the roster to see any information I have on Anthony Martinez. I don't have any. So the right-hander will start with a clean slate, and that was outside for a ball. 2 hits so far for the Knicks. Both of those were in the 4th inning off Caden Hunter. Little hold up there as Hancock picked up that ball. That's chopped foul over towards Hancock and the other Knicks in the dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cody Guy out of Willamette University. Wearing number 5 in the Knicks. Last night was the red shirt. Today it's more of a grayish kind of thing. Hit sharply but fouled on the first base line. Just to the left, or to the right of first base. Almost got the umpire out there. He got out of the way. Made a good call on it because he was right on top of it. Just a couple of feet away from maybe extra bases for Cody Guy. But as it stands, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martinez working from the windup. 1-2 pitches popped out of play. Just another great crowd out here tonight for game 2 of the season. That is outside for a ball. Chris Toy, the great Chris Toy, reminded me when I ran down all the promotions. And remember, Pokemon 90s Night is on May 31st. It's coming up right around the corner. You want to check it out, especially if you're in the 90s. I'm not promising the appearance of any Pokemon. That is fouled off. But also, the Dueling Medieval Knights are out here twice this year. Once on June the 7th and once on July the 6th. So 6-7 and 7-6. Swung on and missed a breaking pitch, and Martinez gets him on strikes. 10th strikeout for Potter's pitchers tonight. It'll bring up Eli Hancock. So you want to come out and check them out as the Medieval Knights flog each other with medieval weapons, and then sometimes just drop their weapons and just go at it. It's a crazy spectacle. You really can't believe it. But it's a heck of a lot of fun. So they'll be out here twice, once early in June, once early in July. Again, LincolnPotters.com for tickets and all other information. Probably more accurate than what I give you. Hancock takes a fastball, a good-looking fastball right down the middle for a strike. Hunter, as we said, his fastball was up around 93. He was hitting 93 here. And, sitting in the low to mid-90s. That one's fouled out of play, which is very impressive, especially early in the season, although he's coming off a Sierra season, which ended more than a month ago. Or about a month ago. Quickly 0-2 on Eli Hancock, who struck out looking back in the 3rd inning. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Mr. Umpire, and that is another strikeout for Martinez. So he's retired the first 2 he's faced on strikes, and that'll bring up Jake Paul. Paul struck out back in the 3rd inning, left-hand inning left fielder out of Sonoma State University. So it's a very gray-looking setup, a dark gray on the jersey, light gray on the sleeves with the white numbers. Fastball misses outside. Martinez bringing it in there pretty well as well as Hunter was. That fastball is in there for a strike. He was up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Potters will have Jake Tandy, Hudson Brown, and Andrew Sloan 3, 4, and 5 when they come to the bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. That is in there for a strike. I didn't mention it's Farmer's fifth inning, which means if the first batter in the fifth inning is retired, you get half off Farmer's beer. And since it was a strikeout, I think you get even more. I'm not even sure what you get, but you get more. So it's another crazy thing. The Farmer's fifth is another crazy innovation out here at McBean Stadium for the 2024 season. It's good. It worked out. First batter's out, you get half off. Fastball misses the outside corner. Two balls, two strikes on Jake Paul. Swung on and missed. So very impressive inning indeed for Mr. Martinez. 1, 2, 3 all on strikes. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Potters still up 1-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Tandy, Brown, and Sloan, the first three hitters for the Potters. They will face a new pitcher. The right-hander is number 38, Marcus Tolliver, out of San Rafael High School, headed to the College of Marin. So that closes the door on Satchel Green. 4 innings, 2 hits, just 1 run. He walked 7 and struck out 2. And he obviously fielded his position very well indeed. So Satchel Green, except for the walks, a pretty good outing, first outing of the season for 4 innings. And he will give way to Marcus Tolliver, big right-hander, finishing up his warm-up tosses. Reminder, Cody Guy behind the plate. Nazario's at third, Chavastari at short. Adrian Ruiz is playing second base. Jaden Pickowitz at first. Paul Hancock and O'Rourke in the outfield for the Knicks in this one. And the new pitcher is Marcus Tolliver. Potter scored once back in the first. That is the only scoring we've had. Again, last night 6-2, but not a lot of hits in that one. 6 for the Knicks, 5 for the Potters. And the Potters scored 4 in the second inning. Otherwise, they had 2 other innings of single runs. They scored 1 in the first and 1 in the fifth, and then 1 in the first inning tonight. So Tolliver has a pretty easy-looking motion and seems to bring the ball up there pretty quickly. We'll face Jake Tandy, who is grounded back to the pitcher and walked. His ground ball back to the pitcher, one of the excellent defensive plays made by Satchel Green when he was in there. Robbed Tandy of a possible base hit, so Jake 1 for 5 on the season so far, has an RBI, picked that up last night in the win. Out of the University of the Pacific. And Tolliver will work from the stretch. And his first pitch is poured in there for a strike, 0-1. Hudson Brown on deck. He'll follow, and then Andrew Sloan. That one, a breaking ball, misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still the sun impacting the left side of the field. Not a lot of balls hit that way today, so it hasn't really been much of a factor. Had a lot of strikeouts, especially Potters pitchers. Hunter and Martinez have combined for 12 strikeouts in the first 5 innings. That fastball gets in there quickly. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the outside corner for Tolliver. We said the Knicks showed some good arms yesterday. Satchel Green came out and pitched very well, except for the walks today. He didn't throw as hard as some of the other guys, but moved the ball around a lot. That's fouled off speed pitch from Tolliver. And Jake stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Day game tomorrow, 1:05 first pitch. These same 2 teams concluding the 3-game series. Then the Potters have a day off. Back on Tuesday for 2 for Tuesdays. That's chopped slowly out toward shortstop. Chavastari is going to pick it up. He throws it across the diamond and gets him by a half a step. That's an excellent play by Max Chavastari at shortstop. He came on and looked like perhaps Nazario was going to cut him off, but Max came in and threw on the run. Got over to first. Handy moving down the line pretty well, but he was out by a half a step or so. 1 out in Hudson Brown, who's walked and grounded into a double play. Come up to the plate. Hudson out of the University of Kentucky, red shirt this year. Coming out early as his teammates will be involved in the regional action in the NCAA tournament starting next week. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Marcus Tolliver. There's one outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes with Andrew Sloan to follow, then Brett Griffiths. Potters trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. So far the pitching has been supreme in this from both sides. That one on the outside corner for a strike. Willie Preston goes, oh, and he's seen a lot of baseball, so you know you've got to give a lot of credence to that. But so far the umpire's been pretty right on. Or right on. I don't want to say right on. That makes me, sound like I'm trying to revisit my youth. That's a nice-looking fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hudson Brown. I don't know that Hudson actually agreed with my assessment there, but nonetheless, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fan walking up with the Giants hat on. Now another Giant sweatshirt. They've won 2 in a row, I think. I think they won again today. That's fouled out of play. Beat the Mets. So, he's got to be feeling good. There are times where, during the season, men maybe weren't going to wear the Giants hat out. But it's not a bad couple of games. One and 2 on Hudson Brown. Fastball deceptively fast as Tolliver very methodical in his delivery. Almost slow in his delivery, and the ball just jumps out of his hands, but he missed that one outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big left-hand hitting Hudson Brown. Just as big on the mound as Marcus Tolliver. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So Brown is out for the second out here in the 5th inning, and that will bring up Andrew Sloan, the designated hitter, who's walked and flied out to center field. Out of UOP, out of Carmichael, California. Appeared in 31 games for the Tigers this past season, primarily as a catcher. He caught last night for the Potters, DHing today, and trying to get something started against Marcus Tolliver and the Knicks in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch off speed, down low. 1-0, Piper doing Piper things. Got that new shiny blue coat. It's just, I got to get used to it. It's more of an orangish last year, and I've just got to get used to it. It sets off those fine gold boots that he always wears. I guess those are not boots, and obviously. Inside that hit Andrew on Mike, got him on the hand, the wrist. He'll go down to first base, and Brett Griffiths will come to the plate, but make sure Andrew is okay. Fastball riding in on him. So here's Brett Griffiths. He has an RBI single back in the 1st and reached on an error on a sharply hit ball to shortstop, which Chavastari couldn't handle. And he is up here with 2 outs and 1 on in the bottom of the 5th. Check out on first base, and Sloan is back. Wyatt Balke to follow. Good to see Wyatt back in there. He took a ball off the hand the last time he was up trying to bunt. Seems none the worse for wear. Fastball misses outside to Brett. 1 ball, no strikes. Brett out of Jesuit High School and American River College. Tremendous season this past spring. Hitting over 400 in conference play. Up here with 2 outs and 1 on. Outfield straightaway and pretty deep for Brett. Check swing, it's high, so he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Potters with just 2 hits in the game, both of those back in the first inning, and both of those of the infield variety. So they have not put one safely into the outer gardens yet today. 2-0 on Brett Griffith, so he'll be looking to get his pitch as a short lead at first by Andrew Sloan. Popped up right side, should get out of play on top of the, I know it's over by the beer stand over there. The nice little, sports bar kind of setup you can have on there. There's tables over there. I think there's a TV screen you can check out the action happening right now. At least there was last year. I haven't ventured down there. I know it's surprising to those who hear me speak, but I haven't had anything to drink yet today. So, yeah, okay. Riley, the engineer, says it's still there, and he's only been wrong 40 to 50% of the time, so I think it's probably still there. That's a pretty good number. 2-1 on Brett. Fouls that one back to the screen on a high fastball, so evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Actually, it's a great deal down there. You go down there, you get a brew. We got a nice selection of brews down there. You sit down, you can sit at the little table there and watch the game on the screen, then return to the action when you're ready. You can take a break from actually being at the game to be at the game and watch the game. It's a confusing thing, but it's a lot of fun. Sloan back head first again. That's one of the first shaved ices I've seen all year. That's a monstrous. That's probably a medium too. Those things are huge. I know Riley, the engineer, is a big fan of those. It hasn't been all that warm the first 2. There goes the runner. Swung on and missed on an off-speed pitch, and Tolliver gets him on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Potters are down with leaving 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Potters still on top, 1-0.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Top of the 6th inning from McBean Stadium. Anthony Martinez back out on the mound. Had 3 straight strikeouts in his first inning back in the 5th, throwing about 90-91 miles an hour. He'll face Adrian Ruiz, the number 9 hitter, then the top of the order, Nicholas O'Rourke and Benny Nazario, or Nazario would be the right way to say that. I thought I tried a different way. Oh, Piper's got the dance contest going, and it is tremendous. I tell you, Piper, you say a lot about Piper, whether he's a good runner, whether he's a good dresser, whatever. He knows how to run a dance contest, and he's got, I would say, a dozen youngsters out there, and a lot of people taking video and stuff, and he's bringing it down. Tremendous job by Piper, the peacock, the best peacock in the business. I think I could say that, because it doesn't cost you $8.99 to watch him every single month. Adrian Ruiz, who grounded to shortstop back in the 3rd inning, he is 0 for 1. Out of Hollister High School, headed for Sonoma State University. I've got to give a little round of applause to those kids in the dance contest. I don't know who won, actually. It was a really good contest. Martinez's fastball is high for a ball, 1-0. That one is inside, and it looks like this is actually Max Garcia, who is batting for Adrian Ruiz. Garcia played yesterday. Thank you to Willie Preston for pointing that out. Garcia takes a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max last night was 0 for 4, made some excellent plays at second base. Pops that one up out of play, so it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Max Garcia out of El Cerrito High School, he's also headed to Sonoma State. He is batting for Ruiz, who just has the 1 plate appearance, ground ball to shortstop. That one's lined down the right field line. Looks like Brandon Herder is going to enter the game. He is on deck to bat for O'Rourke. Herder also a starter from last night's game. Then he would take over in right field. 1-2 pitch from Martinez. Just outside, 2-2. My guys on the track man tell me that Anthony was up around 91 miles an hour back in the 5th inning. And he works. Swing and a miss, rounded into the catcher's glove for the strikeout. So Martinez 4 faced, 4 struck out, 1 out here in the 6th. And here's Brandon Herder taking over for O'Rourke. Brandon started in right field last night, was 0 for 1 with a walk. Left-hand hitting right fielder comes up here for his first appearance in this game. O'Rourke was 0 for 2 while he was in. Brandon out of Sonoma State University. One out here in the top of the 6th inning. Very nice evening out here at McBean Stadium. Supposed to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, and the game will start. It's a 1:05 start. A reminder, down our network, that's a fastball misses. That tomorrow's game will a 1:05 start, so we'll go live around 12:45 with your pregame music and set the scene. Check swinging, that one's right in there for a strike, 1-1. And then again, when we play the opening, we'll have that peacock screeching, but don't be alarmed. It's okay, it's just a regular peacock noise. Breaking ball just misses high, 2-1. That one looks like it's in there, and it is 2-2. The umpire and I are agreeing on most things today. I mean, 1 to 2 minor quibbles. But that's not bad. You get to 6th inning, only have 1 or 2 minor quibbles. Of course, that could change. 2-2 coming up to Brandon Herder. And his strike 3 call right in there. And that is 5 batters and 5 strikeouts for Anthony Martinez. And with 2 outs, Benny Nazario, College of Marin infielder, who is 1 for 2 in this one against Hunter. He had the first hit of the game for the Knicks back in the 4th inning. Line drive right back up the middle. He grounded to second his first time up. He takes that one outside, so it's 1-0. Potter's pitchers have struck out 6 straight now over the past inning and 2/3. Swing and a miss on that one. Zario even in the count, 1 ball and a 1 strike. Benny 2 for 4 in last night's game. Couple singles, couple of flyouts against 2 Potter's pitchers. That one just misses the outside corner. Jackson Halverson and Micah Marquez were the 2 pitchers last night for the Potters, combined for a 6-hitter, struck out 7 in the 6-2 win. Look out, that's inside. I think that hit him on the hand, and that's going to hurt. So Benny's going to get to go down to first base, but I think that's scant consolation, as he's going to take a second to chat with Max Tavastari, the on-deck hitter, just about life and things that are going on and what to stream and everything, and then go down to first base, so hopefully he is okay. That one just kind of riding in on Martinez, as we said, throwing about 90 miles an hour, it rides in on you. That's going to sting a little bit. So here's Tavastari. Max has struck out twice, 0 for 2, was 1 for 2 with an RBI in last night's game. Right-hand hitting shortstop. Let's see if Nazario, who is stole a base yesterday, there he goes. Strike down the middle. The throw's going to be on a hop to second, cut off by Logan Bruschi, but it is a stolen base clean by Nazario, and he is at second base in scoring position. Second stolen base of the series for Benny. And Tavastari took that one right down the middle, so it's 0-1 on Max. Benny Lencioni is on deck. Breaking ball just misses that outside corner. Trying to get a piece of that. That's second or third time that Anthony's tried that one and hasn't quite got what he wanted out of it. Of 1 ball, 1 strike. Nazario leads at second. It's an off-speed pitch and is fouled at the plate. 1-2. Colby Emerald behind the plate for the Potters. Dick Tandy's at third. Logan Pruski's at short. Brett Griffiths at second. Hudson Brown at first. Balky, Marlboro, and Maya in the outfield, right to left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed. So broken up by the hit by pitch, but 3 strikeouts again from Martinez. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Potters clinging to that 1-0 lead.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
Back to the action at McBean Stadium. It is one of the tried and true delights. It is the bat spinning contest. They have to spin around a bat 7 times and then run and touch Piper. And they he made it. What a competitor. He made it to Piper, then took a tumble. And that's the way you run a contest. You get 2 grown-up guys out there making fools of themselves. You get them all dizzy, and you let them run. Now, usually I really like it when somebody lurches to the left and ends up on the field of play. That did not happen in this one, but I have high hopes for this season that will happen. Now, it happened like 3 times last year, and it was fantastic. Marcus Tolliver back out on the hill for the Novato Knicks. He was very impressive during his 1 inning. He gave up, hit a batter, but struck out 2. Was sitting about 85 to 88 miles an hour, and with that deceptive delivery, it seemed a little bit quicker than that. He'll face Wyatt Balky, Ricky Maya, and Colby Almiral as the Potters, who have just 2 hits in the game and none since the first inning, had just 5 last night. So that's 7 hits over their first 13 innings at the plate. And they're looking to ignite something here. Wyatt Balky, who's flied to right and lined back to the pitcher, is 0 for 2, and he is up here against Marcus Tolliver. That one is a little bit outside and high, so it's 1-0 on Balky. Chris Toy has taken over the engineering duties. Rowley, the engineer, has gone out in search of a Fat Cat hot dog, I think. But he's going to be out of luck because there's too many people in line. Swung on and missed by Balky. It's just too popular. I mean, it's crazy. It's unprecedented. The guy's got a line's crazy. It's like he's selling Taylor Swift tickets or something over there. Yeah, I would say go for tacos with my buddy Javi over there, but I can never remember the name of his place. And that's my bad. It's the taco place. Swinging a miss at a breaking ball. 1-2. You could get a chicken sandwich? Sure, absolutely. The thing is with Fat Cat, you go to Fat Cat, it's too long, and then Hobby is right there. You just take a right, and you're right there. You get great Mexican food at a fraction of the price. Check swing, did he go? Let's see. He did, according to the first base umpire. So Balky is out on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout for Tolliver. We're seeing a lot of strikeouts. I think is kind of the move today. I think the Potters have struck out 15. Yeah, through 6 innings, and that's a pretty high number. And Tolliver now with his 3rd strikeout. Green struck out 2 in his 4 innings. And Marcus has struck out 3 here in an inning and a third. And he'll face Ricky Maya, who has struck out and walked in this one. Breaking ball catches the corner. Good location right there. 0-1 on Ricky Maya. Out of Folsom Lake College, the left fielder for the Potters here tonight. Followed by Colby Emerald. 7, 8, and 9 for the Potters here in the 6th. Breaking ball is inside. It's fireworks night, which means these people don't realize it, which means that they don't stop selling beer. Mi Ranchito Pueblito is the name of Hobby's place, according to, I guess that's Stones McCoy, who is not conversant in Espanol, but I'll take his word for it. That's right down the middle for a strike. And I know he's very angry because I forget it all the time, and he's always correcting me. And then he says to himself, I'll just have to go over there and get something just to show Hobby that we support him, which I definitely advocate when you come out here. Just come through the gates, take a left, back catch right there. If that's not your pleasure right now, or if it's too long of a line, just take a quick right in there, and Hobby is right there, and he will take care of you. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ricky Maya. I recommend the quesadilla, or quesadilla if you want to be really fluent. That's my favorite. I know it's simple, but it's my favorite. Call strike 3, breaking ball. So Tolliver with his 4th strikeout, and Kobe Amaral comes to the plate. The number 9 hitter has walked twice, so he has been unaffected by the strikeout bug so far out of Waldorf University. 2 hits in this game for the Knicks, both in the 4th. 2 hits for the Potters, both in the 1st, so 4 hits total. As we're about to complete 6 innings here, unless Kobe can get something started here. The fastball in there for a strike. Logan Pruski, the top of the order, on deck for Lincoln. Kobe takes high, evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow, Sunday, Military Appreciation Day, 1:05 first pitch. Then Loomis Basin 2 for Tuesdays, 1/2 off Loomis Basin Brews. So come out and enjoy that on Tuesday. Outside for a ball. Two and 1 on Kobe. That fastball catches the corner. 2 and 2 on Kobe Amaral. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. It's the Menlo legacy coming in on Tuesday. Misses outside for a ball. Then a day off. The Bay Area Anchors are in on Thursday. Legacy again on Friday. Alpha Prime on Saturday and Sunday. So busy schedule next week. Come on out and check it out. 6:35 for the night games, 1:05 for the weekend games, 6:05 for fireworks night, ball 4. So Amaral gets his 3rd straight base on balls. So he has been the offensive star for the Potters here today so far. It'll bring up Logan Pruski. Pruski has walked twice and struck out. Willie tells me that Logan is from Reno, Nevada. He went to Folsom Lake College, where he had a season over 300 this year for the Falcons. He was 1 for 5 with an RBI last night. He's got Amaral down at first base and 2 outs here in the 6th. They're going to throw over to first base. Colby gets back. Jaden Pickowitz over at first base for the Knicks. Quincy Marlboro on deck for the Potters. That is a little bit too high with the breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Potters with 1 run in the bottom of the 1st. That has been our scoring so far today, as both teams have showcased a pair of pitchers, and they, with the possible exception of Satchel Green, who started for the Knicks, they have been showcasing the strikeout. Right down the middle in there for a strike. Evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike. Caden Hunter struck out 9 in his 4 innings. Anthony Martinez has struck out 6 in his 2 innings, and except for a hit by pitch, that's all he's done is strike batters out. Amaral takes it down low, Pruski, and the ball gets away from Cody Guy, and Kobe Amaral will go down to second base. He is in scoring position now for Logan Pruski. who's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like Riley the engineer made it to Fat Cat and came back with the spoils, as we say. High for a ball, so it's 3-1 now on Logan, who picked up a walk back in the second inning and also picked up a walk in the 4th inning after striking out in the first. So he is 0 for 1, but has been on base twice and perhaps a pitch away from being on base one more time. Amaral out at second base. That's line but foul down the right field line. Out into the VIP Kiln area, which is heavily populated for the second straight night. A great place to watch a ball game. You can check out the ways that you can procure the Kiln, the VIP section for your group. Check out LincolnPotters.com. All the info is on there. I would try to explain it to you, but I would get it hopelessly wrong. Full count now on Logan Pruski. That is down low, ball 4. So a good at bat by Logan. He is on base for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up Quincy Malbrough, who is singled, lined out, and flied to right. And now we're going to get a meeting at the mound here as they're going to talk with Marcus Tolliver, who, as we said, has struck out 4 since he's come in. He has hit 1, and he's walked 2 in a row. So they had 7 base on balls from Satchel Green. I don't see anybody actually warming up in the pen, so that leads me to believe they're not going to bring anybody in cold. So just going to have a talk with Marcus Tolliver and kind of settle him down a little bit. I think it would be a little bit cheeky to say just, don't walk anybody. I don't think that's what they're going to say to him. It'll be more positive than that. And as Willie Preston conducts a sing-along to Happy Birthday. Let's see, yesterday the birthday was the 50th for Brian Adams, not that Brian Adams. And today, who's our birthday today? Riley the engineer? Oh, a different Riley. No wonder Riley got 2 hot dogs. I was wondering why he got 2 hot dogs if it's his birthday. But it's a different, a lot of people name their kids after Riley the engineer. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Rileys. All of a sudden he appears at my right side and just freaks me out there as he's got one of his 17 hot dogs. What are we putting on that thing? Ketchup on, excuse me, fans. As I go, does Bill know that you put ketchup on his hot dogs? Does he know? The guy who runs the show over there. Does he know that you put ketchup on his hot dogs? Oh, he looked the other way while you applied it. I'm going to go over and take all the ketchup off the table over there. Oh, I don't want to hear that. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Quincy Malbrough. It's just a beautiful hot dog, and I look on there and I'm looking up. Where's some onions, a little mustard, perhaps a little sprinkling of relish. It's not the way I go, but it's okay. Ketchup. Oh gosh. It's a new generation. That's all I can think. Quincy swings and misses at that fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He takes a little walkabout. Get himself ready for this next pitch. Amaral at second. Pruski over at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. We've got a 1-0 score for the Potters. Trying to add a little bit more as we see another huge shaved ice come up the stairs. Gotta love that. Amaral, good lead off second. Down in the dirt, nice block by Guy. Can't find it, then he does. As long as we're taking shots at Riley, we saw, Chris Toy, we saw a guy come up with a shaved ice, and he said it was chocolate. And I said, no, it's root beer. And he's like, no, and that was yesterday, and today he says to me, I really think that one was chocolate. And then he went and put ketchup on his hot dog. So, I don't know. Yeah, he should be on Food Network with that palate. That's outside. And that's a nice block by Guy, but Emerald's going to take off anyway, and he will get to third on the wild pitch. Good base running by Colby Emerald. Puts him in 90 feet away. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Malbrough. I mean, chocolate. And he goes, is that chocolate right there? And I wanted to be nice to the kid, and I said, no, I believe it's probably root beer. Now, if it is chocolate, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem with the shaved ice industry. Runner goes, and it's fouled back to the screen. There's certain things, Riley, the engineer, that don't sound right in the world, and one of them is chocolate shaved ice. I'm sorry. Tolliver's got Pruski over at first. He's got Amaral at third. Pruski took off on that last pitch. It was fouled back by Quincy. There he goes again. That's high and inside. I think that might hit him, and he's on first base. So that'll load the bases. A good at bat by Quincy. Bases are loaded, and then that brings up Jake Tandy. Jake is grounded back to first sharply back in the first inning, got a base on balls in the third, and then hit a ground ball to shortstop, a short, slow ground ball to shortstop that Chavastari made a nice play on back in the fifth inning. Tandy with an RBI yesterday. Another chance for the Potters to put a couple of runs up on the board and open up a little distance between them and the Knicks with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. 3 walks. That makes 10 walks, or 11 walks given up by the Knicks. But that first pitch is right down the middle for a strike from Tolliver. 0-1 on Jake Tandy. It's followed by Hudson Brown in the Potters order. Jake hitting in the number 3 spot tonight out of the University of the Pacific. Hit a very respectable .258 for the Tigers in 44 games this season. Breaking ball's hit into left center field. That's a base hit. Here comes 1 run. Here comes the 2nd run. That's Pruski. He'll score. The throw comes in to the middle of the infield. It's a 2-run single for Jake Tandy. 3 RBIs on the season for Jake, and the Potters now lead at 3-0. So Tandy comes through, drops that one into left center field, no man's land. He came in, he advanced to second as the throw went into the infield. Marlboro is over at third, and that'll bring up Hudson Brown. Just the 3rd hit of the game for the Potters, but the walks come back to bite the Knicks. And here's Hudson Brown, who struck out, walked, and into a double play. Watches that one sail high and outside for a ball. 1-0 to Hudson out of the University of Kentucky. Stomping grounds of Potter legend Nolan McCarthy, who was a tremendous Potter when he played here out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Breaking ball, nice block by Cody Guy behind the plate, probably saved another run, as it's 2-0 now on Hudson Brown. Andrew Sloan on deck. Ketchup on a hot dog. Huh. High fly ball, hit well to center field, but not well enough. Hancock is in left center and makes the catch. 2 runs for the Potters on 1 hit. They leave a couple. We go to the 7th inning. Potters, a little more breathing room. They lead at 3-0.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round.
Top of the 7th inning, Potters grab 2 more runs, so they now lead at 3-0. Vinny Lencioni, then Jaden Pickowitz and Cody Guy, the first 3 hitters, 4, 5, and 6 against Anthony Martinez, who's been very good in the 2 innings he pitched. He has struck out 6. He just hit a batter, the only base runner allowed. Caden Hunter, lest we forget, the first 4 innings were his, 2 hits and 9 strikeouts from Caden Hunter. So Hunter and Martinez combined through 6 innings have given up just the 2 hits. They've struck out 15. And they currently have a 3-0 lead as Andrew Sloan throws it down to second base, and we are ready to go here in the top of the 7th. Chris Toy weighing in on the big ketchup on the hot dog debate. He says he's on the side of ketchup, but, and this, I stress this very much, he also mixes in mustard and onions. So it's not just ketchup. That's, I think, JK, just ketchup. So here's Lencioni. Benny takes a strike down the middle. He is flied to center and singled, hit the ball well twice. Looks like Bodie Joyner is on deck to bat for Pickowitz, which is going to be a problem for Willie because that's a dueling dogs batter. Line drive to shortstop, hooked out of the air by Logan Pruski. So Lencioni is out on a line drive to shortstop with 1 out here in the 7th inning. My guys give me the information. No, that is not. That is Pickowitz again. So my information I got was just erroneous from, I'm not going to say who it was, but let's just say he likes ketchup on hot dogs. So here's Pickowitz, who has struck out twice and got 50% off dueling dogs both times, as he is the dueling dogs batter. That is outside for a ball. Jaden out of Sonoma State University. 0 for 2 in last night's affair. And now we finally got some guys doing the dog noise. That was a good pitch on the outside corner, but the umpire did not see it that way, and we might have our first rift. 2-0 to Pickowitz. The dueling dogs batter, you're supposed to have yarping dogs, and now we finally got some. That's high up in the air. Center field, short center field. Griffiths is going out. He looks around and diving try out in center field, and the catch is made by the center fielder, Marlboro. Griffiths went back on it. He looked like he thought he was called off by Balky coming in from right field, but Quincy Marlboro comes in, makes a fabulous diving catch for the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up Cody Guy. So 2 outs. Cody Guy has struck out twice in this one. Right-handed hitting catcher out of Willamette University. So Lencioni lines out to short. A fly ball by Pickowitz is a little more exciting than it probably needed to be, but Marlboro with a tremendous catch. And the first pitch is outside to Cody Guy. 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the 7th inning, Potters with a 3-0 lead. Sails that fastball inside. Martinez, as we said, was hitting about 91 in his first inning of work. He is currently in his 3rd inning of work. Came on in the 5th inning. We do have some activity in the Potters pen now. That's a high fly ball left field line. Going over is the shortstop. It's foul territory. Turning around and almost making the catch is Tandy. Jake turned himself. He went all the way into the bullpen area, which is a tough angle as the third baseman, and turned around all the way, got the glove on the ball, couldn't keep control. And so it'll be another try for Cody Guy. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a lot of area, a lot of territory for Jake to cover. Coming back from straight third base. So it was Pruski coming over from shortstop. But the ball kept going further and further into foul territory, so Tandy had the best chance at it. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch in there for a strike. Looks like Quinn Medden might be on deck to pinch hit for Eli Hancock, but that is for another day or perhaps another batter, as we've got 2 balls and 2 strikes on Guy. That's hit sharply out towards shortstop. Pruski waits on it. Logan across the diamond. Throw is true to first base, so another good inning for Martinez. No strikeouts, but 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of 7th. It's time to stretch with the Potters up by 3.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Potters on top 3-0. Looks like we've got a new pitcher. I was being told Bodie Joyner was going to be the next pitcher, not the next hitter, so Riley the engineer was right on top of things. So Bodie Joyner, right-handed pitcher out of Napa Valley College, takes over. He is the third pitcher on the day. Green went the first 4 innings, then Tolliver the next 2, and now Bodie Joyner, the right-hander. He'll face Andrew Sloan, then Brett Griffiths and Wyatt Balke. Tolliver went 2 innings, gave up just 1 hit, but he gave up 2 runs. He hit a batter and walked 3, and did strike out 4 in his 2 innings. So Bodie Joyner, the right-hander, comes in. He will take over the duties, getting his warm-up tosses in as another good pitching performance. Last night it was Halverson and Marquez for the Potters, and tonight, so far, it has been Caden Hunter and Anthony Martinez, who have combined to throw 7 Sterling innings. And it looks like we have Jake McCowan warming up for the Potters out in the bullpen, so he may be coming in to take the 8th inning over for your Lincoln Potters as Joyner continues his warm-up tosses. Bottom of the 7th inning, and now it's pretty much no sun. Everything under cover now, so left fielders are having no problems out there. Reminder, tomorrow the game 1:05, and if you can't come out, we're always available on YouTube, Stones Radio Networks, Lincoln Potters Baseball. We advise you to subscribe to those so you never miss a Potters game. Even if you don't know there's going to be one, it'll let you know so you can watch the Potters anytime they're in action. And as I said, they're in action at home 40 times this season. That's just number 2 of 40, including a whole bunch of games against the new Pacific Empire League with Healdsburg and Medford and the West Coast Kings and the Solano Mudcats and the Humboldt Aces as well. So it's going to be a fantastic season for the Potters out here at McBean Stadium. Come out and be a part of it, and if you're not a part of it that night, then stay home and watch it on YouTube. So here we go. Andrew Sloan, who has walked, flied to center, and been hit by a pitch. Coming up here, he'll be the first hitter against Bodie Joyner, who is finally ready to pitch. First pitch is high. Also, Preston Brook warming up for the Potters. So we got a couple of guys out there throwing for manager Tyler Robertson in search of his 2nd victory of the season. He's got the 3-0 lead right now. Inside with a fastball from Joyner. 2 balls and no strikes out of Napa Valley College, a right-hander. Up against Andrew Sloan from the University of the Pacific in Carmichael, California. Inside, and he's going to get hit again. So Andrew has been very painfully getting on base. Was hit by a pitch back in the 5th, hit by a pitch here in the 7th, and walked in the 1st. So he's been on base 3 times with a fly out to center field sandwiched in between there. That'll bring up Brett Griffiths. Brett has an RBI single back in the 1st, then reached on an error in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. So he is 1 for 3, 1 for 5 as a Potter with an RBI out of Jesuit High School and American River College. There goes the runner. The pitch is right down the middle. The throw to second base is just a little bit too late, and Sloan steals it. Good jump by Andrew Sloan. It was a fine throw by Cody Guy, but Sloan just got too big of a break, and he is now at second base. The pitch called a strike on Brett Griffiths, so he is down in the count 0-1. Wyatt Balke to follow Brett, and then Ricky Maya for the Potters. Joyner, the 3rd pitcher after Green and Tolliver for the Novato Knicks. Brett swings and misses. 0-2. Potters with just 3 hits tonight. 3 runs on 3 hits. They have been the beneficiary of 11 walks from walked or hit batters from the Knicks. Make it 12 after Sloan was hit by a pitch. Swung on and missed again. So Griffiths is down on strikes for the 2nd straight time. He is 1 for 4, and that'll bring up Wyatt Balke. Wyatt is flied to right. He's lined back to the pitcher and struck out, so he is 0 for 3. Balke had a pair of hits last night and a run batted in, and the Potters win. He's got Sloan out there in scoring position right now. Joyner with his first strikeout. Breaking ball swung on and missed. So he's found the groove after hitting Sloan with a strikeout of Griffiths. Now a 0-1 count to Wyatt Balke. Wyatt also from the American River College Beavers. Coach Jay out there doing a great job. Hopefully he'll come out and watch his guys and come up and say hey when he's out here at McBean Stadium. I would ignore him, of course, but he has to make the effort. 1 ball and 1 strike. We have a great time doing the American River College baseball, softball. We do it all here at Stones Radio Networks. Everything from soccer and water polo in the fall all the way through to baseball and softball in the spring. And it's a blast to do each and every one of those sports. Hit sharply out toward short, backhanded by Shabastari. He's got the runner off second. He throws back to try to get Sloan, and he makes the tag. Does he make the tag? Yes, that is Garcia making the tag out there at second. So Sloan puts both hands on his head. He says, I made a little bit of a mistake there. It's a good play by Max Shabastari, who made the catch and was looking to go to first, but then had Sloan right in front of him. It's a fielder's choice for Balke, who hit the ball hard again and is at first base now, but 2 outs, and Ricky Maya at the plate. 2 strikeouts and a walk for Ricky. Out in left field for the Potters in this one. Throw over to first base, and Balke is back. So Shabastari at shortstop with another fine play. Good backhand. Fastball just misses. And Sloan caught off base. So Balke remains the only runner over at first with 2 outs now. One ball, no strikes on Ricky Maya. Nice block by Cody Guy and a ball in the dirt. Satchel Green started with the first 4 innings for the Knicks, then Marcus Tolliver with the next 2, and Bodie Joyner follows them. Potters with 2 pitchers of their own, and it looks like they might be bringing in a third here in the 8th inning. That fastball is high and inside. Caden Hunter and Anthony Martinez, the first 2, and they have teamed up to be pretty darn impressive, just like Halverson was last night, and also Marquez. Quickly ball 4 on Maya. He walks for the second time in the game. It moves Wyatt Balke down to second, brings up Colby Amaral, who has walked all 3 times he's been at the plate. So he's just looking to make some contact and feel like he's done something here. We're going to have a pinch runner, number 30. I think that is Marquez. That's Micah Marquez, who pitched last night, comes in as a pinch runner in the 7th inning. So here's Amaral again. 3 at-bats, 3 walks. He scored a run back in the 6th inning. Colby out of Waldorf University. Swings and fouls that one back to the screen. Good fastball from Joyner. Logan Pruski, the top of the order, on deck. The Potters look to add on to their lead here. Colby 0 for 2 in last night's game. Watches that one go outside, so it's evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Check out LincolnPotters.com for all tickets and information on all the promotions that I've so ably described to you tonight, including Pokemon Night on 5/31 and Pokemon /90s Night. The opportunities, the possibilities are endless on that one. Again, maybe it's just my interpretation, or might be my promotion. If you're in your 90s, you get in free. I think it's a great idea. I mean, I would check the heat on that day before we come out, though. I do that myself, so I would suggest you do the same. Swung on and missed. So Joyner gets the second strikeout of the inning. Potters leave 2. We go to the 8th inning. They still lead this one 3-0. Top of the 8th inning from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low with you. The great Chris Toy working the engineering jobs now because Riley the engineer is still kind of recovering from those, I don't know, some say 2 hot dogs. There might have been 3. It's still up for grabs, but he just puts ketchup on it, so it's going to take an extra time for him to get back on the job. Preston Brooks, the new pitcher, the right-hander out of Sparks, Nevada, and at Jessup University. He takes over for Anthony Martinez, who went 3 innings, gave up no hits. He did hit 1 batter, and he struck out 6. So a really good outing from Anthony Martinez, who followed Caden Hunter, who was equally impressive in his 4-inning stint. They went through 7 innings, and they gave up 2 hits, and they struck out 15. So Brooke has some pretty big shoes to fill as the right-hander will come in to take on, let's see, I think Quinn Medden is going to be the hitter for Hancock. Quinn started last night. He was 0 for 3, did get was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first inning. So Quinn out of Santa Rosa Junior College, right-handed hitter up here against Preston Brook. Fastball is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Quinn Medden. He's followed lineup-wise by Jake Paul, but it looks like Chris DeLangis is on deck to bat. There's a chopper. That's going to be a tough play. He didn't run. I think he said it's hit him in the foot. Men says it's hit him in the foot, and they're going to check with the base umpire. He seems pretty convinced it hit him in the foot. And I just saw the shrug emoji from the umpire. So that means usually you don't get another chance. First base umpire did not see it. Let's see if Quinn stays up here. Here comes the manager down to question. There's only 2 umpires, and if neither one of them saw it, I guess you got to play it as it lies. But home plate umpire checking with our base umpire. Quinn says, wait, I waited till the 8th inning to get up. I don't want to hit myself in the foot, and then I'm out. They'll chat about it for a second, and they're going to call it, I think, a foul ball, which I think probably is the right choice in this situation. Unless he realized he wasn't going to beat it out and then just stop running and pretending to hit him in the foot. But I don't know. He's a pretty fast runner. I think he might have made it. Tyler Robertson comes out to chat with the umpire and says, I don't know what his argument is. Probably going to ask the base umpire if you actually saw it hit him in the foot. And if I'm the base umpire, I say, yeah, I did. So bottom line, it's no balls and 2 strikes on Quinn, and he will get another chance here as the Potters lead this one 3-0. Wind up this series tomorrow. 1:05 Military Appreciation Day. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just misses the outside corner. See, now if he thought he wasn't telling the truth, he probably would have just rung him up on that one. But he didn't. So obviously everything's above board. One-two pitch on the way. Breaking ball's popped up. Going to give chase, but that's going to be right behind it. Thought it might come to us. I was ready to make a play, but it did not, and I probably would not have made it anyway. 1-2. Fans kind of anticipating some fireworks tonight. Fastball, check swing. He's going to ring him up. Might have been a strike anyway. Might have been a swing anyway. Doesn't matter. It's a strikeout. 16th for Potter's pitchers tonight as Preston Brook puts himself in the book there along with Hunter and Martinez. And here is Jake Paul. Except this is Chris DeLangis. DeLangis started last night. Chris started last night, was 0 for 3. Left-handed hitter out of College of Marin. Garcia on deck. Fastball misses the inside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball looked pretty good, but missed the outside corner. Brook throwing at about 86 miles an hour so far as he just gets warmed up, but he's behind 2-0 to Chris DeLangis, the pinch hitter here in the 8th inning. That fastball's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one is down low a little bit. 3 balls and 1 strike to DeLangis. Max Garcia, who came on for Adrian Ruiz back in the 6th inning, he is on deck in the number 9 spot for the Knicks. Fastball misses the outside corner, and DeLangis gets the base on balls. So he'll go down to first base with 1 out, and we'll bring up Max Garcia, who started last night's game at second base, was 0 for 4. A couple ground outs, line out as well. Out of El Cerrito High School, headed out to Sonoma State College. Brandon Herder on deck, the top of the order. First pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes, and Brook is not missing by much on those. Just missing the outside corner by a little bit. Comes 1 ball and no strikes. That's down low. 2-0. Potters with a little bit of milling around down in the bullpen as Colby Amaral goes out to talk to his pitcher. Probably just met him like yesterday, maybe today. That's what happens in the summer, especially early in the summer. Yeah, he probably, as Chris Toy is probably right, he's probably asking, well, they've got, hey, Buffalo Wild Wings is bringing catering the after dinner meal for the Potters tonight. So, and I don't think they have that big bull that's in the commercials. I don't think they bring that all the time. So the big, I guess it'd probably be a buffalo, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that makes sense, marketing-wise. 2-0 pitch is hit sharply back up the middle, handled to second for 1, dispersed. It is in time for the double play. Great job over there by Hudson Brown to stay on the bag as the throw a little bit high from Pruski, but it's a 1-6-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 8th, Potters on top 3-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Beautiful double play to end the top of the 8th for the Potters. That was Preston thrown back to the shortstop. He had to double clutch and give time for Pruski to get there. Finally got there, and he gunned it over to first. Hudson Brown stays on the bag, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. I do love a Potters double play when they're in the field, that is, of course. And Logan Pruski will start us off here in the bottom of the 8th. Bodie Joyner on for his second inning of work. He struck out 2 and gave up a walk and hit a batter in his first inning back in the 7th. He'll face the top of the order, Pruski and Quincy Marlborough and Jake Tandy. 1-2-3. Tandy, the hitting star of the game so far, with a 2-run single back in the 6th inning, which extended the Potters' lead from 1-0 to 3-0. Still just 3 hits in the game for the Potters. They have received a lot, more than a dozen free passes of one form or another in hit batters or walks. But so far only able to put 3 runs across the board. They lead 3-0, and here is Pruski, who has walked 3 times and struck out. He scored back in the 6th inning. Logan out of Folsom Lake College, playing out at short the first 2 games of this series against the Knicks for Tyler Robertson and the Potters. Joyner's first pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. 1:05 tomorrow, first pitch, and a day off on Monday. Then we're back on Tuesday, 6:35, against the Menlo Legacy as that pitch misses. 2-0. Then Wednesday is off, and then a big 4-game set against a couple of different teams over the weekend. So lots of action out here and lots of special occasions and promotions out here. Check out LincolnPotters.com and get all the info. 2-0 pitch. Hit sharply out towards shortstop. Travis Sterry gets it across the diamond to first base and gets him by a couple steps at first base. So Pruski is out 6-3. Brings up Quincy Marlborough, who has singled, lined out, flied to right, and walked. So Quincy 1 for 3 today, scored a run back in the first inning. Jake Tandy moves out on deck for Lincoln. Quincy wearing number 10. Potters in the home whites today with orange socks. A good look, a very clean look for the Potters. Tomorrow, Military Appreciation Day. I may wear my Stars and Stripes jersey tomorrow. Willie wore his today. Of course, he's got dozens and dozens of jerseys. He can wear. He could wear one every day of the week. He didn't care. He's Willie Preston. When you're Willie Preston, you just you do what you do. 1-0 pitch. Check swing didn't go. It's too high. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 8th. Potters 3. Knicks nothing. Marlborough at the plate. Jake Tandy on deck. In the dirt, 3-0. Really, the only difference between the 2 teams today is that the Knicks pitchers have been impressive, but they've also issued a bunch of free passes, hit a couple of batters. Other than that, it's been virtually the same. A few more strikeouts on the Potters pitching staff, but still as effective. Ball 4. Second walk for Quincy today. He'll go down to first base. He does have a stolen base back in the first inning, and Jake Tandy, who grounded sharply the pitcher in the first, walked in the third, grounded out in the 5th, and then a 2-run single in the 6th. The big hit in this game, he dropped a line drive into left center field with the bases loaded. And Jake now with 3 runs batted in on the season for the Potters. Hudson Brown comes out on deck, the first baseman. Tandy takes outside for a ball. Cody Guy behind the plate for the Knicks. Nazario, Chapastera, Garcia, and Pikowitz in the infield. Paul in left field. Herder in right field. It's hit high in the air and deep to left field. Give and chase. They're signaling foul. It is a foul ball. Tandy down the line, the umpire right on the line. Now the catcher called it first. I didn't believe him, but the umpire makes the call, and it is a foul ball, and our first home run of the season been spoiled by the umpire. Okay, it was foul. Jake got all over that one, and the crowd was into it. This place would have been crazy because it's a crowd waiting for fireworks. We've been fed a home run, but it is foul down the left field line. And Tandy comes back, and we'll do it again. It is tough to try to do that again. I know that, but Jake, if you can manage, that would be great. There goes the runner. The pitch is lined right back to the pitcher. He's got it. He's going to run over to first, underhand it to Pickowitz, and that's a double play. 3 double plays for the Potters, and they're all on hard hit balls today. So no runs for the Potters here in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Lincoln looks to close it down. They lead by 3. Top of the 9th inning, new pitcher for the Potters. It's the right-hander Eric Vassar comes out. He's going to try to close this one out. Hunter went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 9. Then Martinez, 3 innings, struck out 6. Preston Brook came out. He struck out 1, walked 1, got a double play. So Preston was very impressive in his inning. And now it's time for Eric Vassar, the right-hander, a returning Potter legend, coming out here to try to close this one down. He'll face the top of the order. That's Brandon Herter, Benny Nazario, and Max Shabastari. Doing the raffle here for the Me One Foundation, and a considerable amount of money in that pool. The fans very generous out here for Lincoln Potters and trying to nail down the second win of the season, and it turns over to Eric Vassar to do it. Last night the Potters had just 2 pitchers to shut down the Knicks, held them to 2 runs on 6 hits. Tonight, 3 Potters pitchers so far, now 4, held them to no runs on just 2 hits. Both of those hits back in the 4th inning. A single by Nazario and a single by Lencioni. And Nazario at least slated to come up in this inning as Brandon Herter will start us off. Came on in the 6th for O'Rourke and struck out, so Brandon is 0 for 1 in this one. Left-hand hitting right fielder. Fastball right down the middle from Vassar. 0-1 on Brandon Herter. Next one is fouled off, and that got a piece of Colby Emerald, I think, behind the plate. So the umpire will do the gentlemanly thing and walk the new ball out to Eric Vassar while Colby collects himself. Quickly 0-2 on Brandon Herter. He's followed by Benny Nazario and Max Shabastari. Fireworks night. Fans are waiting for a Potters win. Then they, give them credit. They've been around there waiting for some fireworks. We got some during the national anthem. They look pretty good. 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses. Vassar bringing it in pretty quickly out there, the right-hander. One ball, 2 strikes. Fastball misses inside now, 2-2 on Brandon Herter. Last pitch. 2-2. Fastball, call strike 3. Vassar gets the strikeout, according to my people down there. Now, they're just interns. They just started, so I don't know. Yeah, now they're going to be changing their tune.
No, that strikeout pitch was 96.
So that pitch, call strike 3, according to my people down there. Again, they're young people. They don't know. It clocked at 96 miles an hour from Eric Vassar. And each one of his fastballs has been at least 95, and that is a fastball, but it's high. Nazario has grounded to second. He's singled, been hit by a pitch, so Benny is 1 for 2. and has been on base twice. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. Vassar's fastball misses somewhere, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. That outside corner got a little bit smaller as the night went on. But as I said, this umpire, these guys have been right on top of everything. So 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball in there for a strike. He must have heard me. Good. Okay, good. 2-1, and Vassar coming out throwing heat here. And I'll tell you, Hunter started out, he was topping out at about 93 to start us, and Martinez was in the low 90s as well. So a lot of arms for the Potters today. Fastball, that's down low. 3-1. Preston Brook was bringing it in pretty well too, but looks lower by comparison. He was in the mid to upper 80s with his fastball, the right-hander from William Jessup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Chavastari to follow. Vinny Lencioni, if anyone gets on base, he's hit the ball well a couple of times here today. 2-2 pitch, or 3-2 pitch, breaking ball, and it comes in high and inside, ball 4. So Vassar tried to change up on him a little bit, missed the strike zone, and Zario on base again, as Benny has been very impressive in the first 2 games of this series, getting on base now 5 times. He goes down to first, and here is Max Chavastari. The shortstop has struck out 3 times tonight. And the fastball from Vassar misses outside. Lencioni on deck. Throw over to first base. And Zario, with down 3 runs, not getting off too far over there at first base, and so he is easily back. Fastball is inside. 2-0 now. 1 out here in the 9th. Potters lead at 3-0. Rosario over at first base. A 2-0 count now on Chavastari. That one swung on and missed. 2-1. Max taking a pretty darn good cut at that one, but couldn't catch up to it. Fastball misses outside, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. Swinging a foul at the plate, so it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The strikeout of Herder, then the walk to Nasario, now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Max Chavastari.
9 strikeouts, 2 hits, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, no runs, 2 hits, 9 kills.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Check swing outside and low, ball 4. So the potential tying run coming to the plate in the presence of Vinny Lencioni, the designated hitter who flied to center, singled and lined out to shortstop. So he hit the ball very well. We're going to have a meeting at the mound here to talk to Eric Vassar, who came on and struck out Herder to start the inning, but has given up 2 base on balls. And not, some of those haven't missed by much, but still he's given up the 2 base on balls, and so he's going to get a little talk on the hill. As going out is Colby Amaral to join in. Potters with Tandy, Pruski, Griffiths, and Brown in the infield. Maya, Marlborough, and Balky in the outfield. And the hitter is Lencioni. Jaden Pickowitz is on deck. So Skylar Lenahan looks like is coming up to hit for Lencioni. Skylar out of College of Marin, right-handed hitter. Vassar fastball swung on and missed. As that one was a little bit high, but Lenahan has been sitting there watching it, and he came up ready to swing, and it is 0-1. Fastball misses outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Potter fans getting into it. Now, they're not saying hey batter swing, but just the swing part of it. Trying to nail this one down for starting pitcher Caden Hunter. Fastball misses low. 2-1. Pickowitz on deck, the first baseman. Two balls, 1 strike. Check swing, did he go? I thought he did, but they don't usually consult with me. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Oh, they did consult the base umpire. He is in the middle of the infield, so it's really tough angle for him to make a call on that. But nevertheless, 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball 4. So a strikeout, now 3 straight base on balls, and the bases loaded for Pickowitz, who struck out twice and then flied to center field. So Dayton is 0 for 3. Went to Marlboro with a tremendous diving catch on his short fly to center field back in the 7th inning. So 3-0 in this game. Potters have only given up 2 hits, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out and the left-hand hitting Pickowitz at the plate. Fastball is in there for a strike. 0-1. Cody Guy, the number 6 hitter, on deck. That one is down low, 1-1. Nazario at third, Shevastari down at second, and the bench hitter Lenahan is over at first base. Fastball just a little bit too high. Nice check up there by Pickowitz. He had a thought about it. Didn't go. 2-1. No activity as far as I can tell in the Potters bullpen. Fastball down low. Ball 3. Usually you'd think that it might take a 3-1 pitch in this situation, but it's summer ball. You usually just go up swinging. But let's see what happens. That's chopped down to first base, handled by Brown. He's going to step on the bag and get the out. Run scored, but the second out is recorded. The potential tying run does advance to second base. Nazario will score. It's an RBI for Pickowitz. 2 outs. 3-1 now, and that'll bring up Cody Guy, who struck out twice and grounded to short. But actually, I think we're going to have Lucas Schaefer bat for Cody Guy. Schaefer started last night, had a tough night, struck out 3 times and grounded out, so he was 0 for 4. He's out of the College of Marin. He's up here with a chance with a base hit to possibly tie this game. It's 3-1 in the top of the 9th. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. It's Shevastari down at third. Now it's Lenahan at second. He represents the potential tying run in this one. Schaefer behind, no balls and 1 strike. That goes all the way back to the backstop, but if you've been out here at McBean, you know that doesn't mean anything because the backstop, usually it comes right back to the catcher. So good job down at third base by Shevastari not to just take off. 1 ball and 1 strike on Schaefer. Quinn Medden, who came on for Hancock, is on deck. Fastball is inside corner, call strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Schaefer. The crowd on their feet. Willie Preston got them going. They're a fireworks crowd, so they want to see some action. 1-2 pitch. Overthrown, and a nice block right there by Colby Emerald. He saved that one. His batter kind of let that go at the last second. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The fans in front of us, the people who got the free seats, she turns around and makes that face like, oh man, come on. I love fans like that. Welcome to Lincoln. Way to go. 2-2. We got cowbells working. We got everybody yelling. 2-2 pitch. Fastball is fouled out of play, and the crowd goes, oh. We're all excited. We saw this one. Oh. Schaefer trying to hang tough in there, which I think is a New Kids on the Block song, which is bad to make at this particular moment. The crowd, the noise is up, the people are up. 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. If Schaefer reaches on deck, it's like we said, Quentin Nenton. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Potters lead by 2. Trying for win number 2 in the second game of the season. 3-2 pitch. Inside corner, call strike 3. That's your ball game. Vassar comes through with the strikeout, his second of the inning, and the Potters win this one 3-1. They go to 2-0 on the season. We're not going to do a formal post game today because we got fireworks, so we got to go quick. But our post game wrap up brought to us by the Friends of McBean, working to get a new scoreboard out here at McBean Stadium. Potters come out with a great job, pitching wise, fantastic. They win it 3-1. They give up just 2 hits in the game. 4 pitchers run the show. It was Hunter, Martinez, and then Brook, and then Vassar. They win it. Jake Tandy came up with the big hit offensively, a 2-run single in the 6th inning to provide us a little bit of breathing room, which obviously we needed here in the 9th inning. So the final score, the Potters win at 3-1. Our Old Town Pizza player of the game, our starting pitcher, the winner, Caden Hunter, who went 4 innings in his debut, gave up just 2 hits and struck out 9. So congratulations to Caden Hunter. Thanks to Old Town Pizza for sponsoring. Thanks for our post wrap-up sponsor, the Friends of McBean. A reminder, we're back tomorrow for Game 3 of this series against the Knicks at 1:05. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe, here with Riley the Engineer and Mr. Chris Toy. We say thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.